Do you know how really special you are? How beautifully handcrafted you are by God? On this video, I'm going to unpack a little bit about what that looks like. How we can have false perceptions of ourselves instead of just looking at the true perception that God has of us instead. Hi there, I'm Lisa Berg from accomplishyourpurpose.com, and on this channel we love giving you practical examples of how to live your life with Jesus, what it looks like to walk and talk with Him, to hear His wisdom, to get His guidance every day. So if you're new here, consider liking and subscribing and share this with your friends. Let's send encouragement around the world. So I have this mirror behind me, right? And so often in our society today, we'll find ourselves primping and making sure that we look good, and is there anything in my teeth? And it's fine to look at ourselves and present ourselves the best we can, but there's something that where a lie creeps in, where we start looking at what the mirror says as more important than what God says. Right? Because the truth is, no matter what makeup I put on, no matter how I color my hair or what clothes I wear, the real me, God loves whether I have those things done or not. And that is the truth about you too, my friend, is that God is so absolutely in love with who He created you to be that He doesn't need any of the external adornments that the world does. But let's make it super practical, right? Because first of all, we know that there are certain things we need to do in the world. We know that we need to present ourselves in a way that society will accept, right? Whatever the society is that you're in, there are certain standards and rules. You wear clothes a certain way, they get to look a certain color, they get to cover certain parts of your body. This is the way that your culture says you need to be. And part of that is honoring the culture, right? Part of that is bringing your own flair and flavor to it. The one comes from the outside, where the culture says you need to do this. The other one comes from the inside, where you get to express your own individual flair and flavor, right? What happens though is that sometimes we can go, oh, I better so conform to the world, to the latest fashion, to what everybody's wearing, whether it agrees with my body style or not. I'm gonna do it because that's the way I need to be in order to be accepted. And that, my friends, is where the lie begins to creep in. When we start thinking about our external appearance, physical appearance, the way we behave, our behavioral appearance, the way we think about things and say things, the way we express ourselves, when we start conforming that to an external picture of what we think it needs to look like in order to be accepted, that's where we're believing a lie of the enemy. Because the very truth is that if we stripped all of that away, the one who knows us, the one who created us, the one who knows how we laugh, knows how big my nose is, right? Knows the things I find funny, knows the things that matter to me, that make me cry because I'm passionate about them. That one knows you the same. He created you to be specific and unique. And the truth is that whether anyone out here accepts that or not, He does. And when we can take off the table that we need to be accepted by everybody else in front of us and just come back to the real truth that we get to be accepted and are accepted by the one who made us, the one who created us, the one who loves us, who will never stop loving us, who will never abandon us or leave us. That one, God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, those ones, when we have an audience of one and all we need to do is please them, the most exquisite thing happens. Because then, out of who we are, the way we express ourselves and how we dress and what we physically look like in the world, the way we behaviorally express ourselves in the world, the way things look, the way we say, that come out of us, begins to come from a whole place. It comes from a place that is anchored where truth really matters, and flows out of us in the way we choose to dress, right? I choose to dress in this shirt with a high collar on because I know the value of protecting me. I know the value of I'm a married woman. I choose to dress in a way that shows the value I have for my marriage. It comes from the inside out, not because of what society's telling me, right? The way we behave gets to come from a place of love and peace and joy. And the fruit of the Spirit begins to come out of us because we're anchored in who we are in Him. So therefore, when we see somebody in pain, we're able to act from a place of compassion. When we feel the joy of the Lord bubbling up in us, we're able to laugh and express it in the way that we do, right? And each one of us has a unique way of doing that. When we are anchored and know who we are, then the work of our hands, the ways we're employed, the ways we help people, the ways we contribute to society, come from being anchored in God. And then we no longer need to primp and make ourselves look different, feel different, behave different because of the way society will react to us. We get to be so fully whole ourselves that society can't help but fall in love with us, or can't help just staying away from us because we don't gel. Right? And the beautiful thing is that when you come from that strength and security in who you are in God, and it flows out of you into the world, you are the purest and most authentic expression of who the creator of the universe made you to be. And you are the best help to society. You're the best lover of the people around you. You're the best thinker. You're the best version of yourself, and can be expressed in society in the most powerful way because you are connected with God first. So I want to encourage you to look at the journaling questions below this video. Take some time to go through the questions and ask God how He really created you to be. Ask Him where you've put on false facades that just aren't you. It doesn't show the true picture of you. And then ask Him how to help you walk in truly, authentically you, so that the rest of us can marvel at the beautiful creation that God made. So Jesus is inviting you on this adventure today. Will you accept? Come across and visit us at accomplishyourpurpose.com, because our coaching revolves around exactly this, showing you who you are, helping you to discover and accomplish the purpose that God put you on earth for. So bless you, bless you, bless you, and I'll see you next time.